Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order of the Zoning and Land Regulation Committee. The first item on the agenda is public comment on any matter not listed on the agenda. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on an item not on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll continue by making brief introductions of our committee members. I have to my left Supervisor Jerry Bullock, Supervisor Dennis O'Laughlin on my right, as is Supervisor El Matano, and I'm the chair, Supervisor Mary Kolar. Also here this evening is the zoning administrator, Roger Lane, and the assistant zoning administrator, Dan Everson, and the director of planning and development, Todd Violante. Also with us tonight are the youth governance members, Aomi Obuse and Sam Fisher. This is a ZLR work meeting tonight? Yes. Okay, yes. Good. Thanks. Public hearings have been held at previous meetings for the items listed on the agenda. The committee will not be taking public testimony on these agenda items. However, committee members may call upon persons to speak on an agenda item if there are any questions or concerns. When a petition is called, county staff will update the committee on the status of the petition. The committee members may have concerns or questions after discussion, and decision may be rendered. If a zoning petition is acted upon, it will be placed on the next county board meeting for action, which is September 28th. If a conditional use permit is acted upon, it is the county's last and final action on the matter. The next ZLR committee meeting will be held on September 25th. Next item is consideration of minutes. We have both August 8th and the 22nd.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve minutes of both August 8th and August 22nd. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the minutes are approved. Next is rezone petition 11,150, Susan K. Barber in the town of Dunn. Roger?
This petition was postponed at the July 27th meeting due to no town action. Since that time, the town of Dunn Planning Commission as well as the town board have reviewed the general development plan for this special project, and they have approved it. They approved it with several conditions. There were 5 conditions that they have approved it, that in order for this to be possible, the wetlands have to be rezoned. There's a small portion of wetlands that's right in the center of the project that need to be removed. The DNR has looked at the removal, and they do not see any issue with it. They just need a general permit. There's also approval needed from the town for variance on their 100-foot wetland setback. They do have a policy in their town plan that says that no development shall occur within 100 feet rather than 75 feet. The approval is certified survey map. They have to consolidate the maps, especially the ones west on Barber Drive, because there's some public right-of-way that was vacated, and there's a lot of messy stuff there that needs to be cleaned up. Removal of asphalt in the Barber Drive right-of-way. Right now it is part of a parking lot, and that'll just increase the green space in the area. And then removal of the possible future parking area from all maps. There was one map, I believe, on page 22 that was an oversight. There was initial idea of outside parking of boats and stuff like that, but it's all green space and it'll be converted back to prairie. So before you tonight is the general development plan. The developer has met all the staff's concerns with regards to wetlands, size of the structure, building exterior. They have improved the finishes. They have revised the narrative to give additional information regarding impervious surfaces and how this plan meets the town plan policies. They provided information on sign and more lighting. The lighting now meets dark sky requirements. And landscaping has been improved. They have a plan in there that shows what is going to be lawn, asphalt, building, meadow, and shoreland restoration. And then also, they're going to remove the parking area notation. So, if it is approved, staff suggests 6 conditions be placed on this. Basically, having the wetlands removed from the official wetland maps. It's a small ribbon that consists of approximately 6,500 square feet. Obtaining the variance for the 100-foot setback policy, creating a certified survey map, removal of asphalt along Barber Drive, and removal of 1 note, and then also specific implementation plan to be submitted 1 year after the date of the adoption of the general development plan. So this project continues to move forward. If not, it will become null and void.
Supervisor Bowler.
Is the petitioner here tonight?
Yes.
Yes. I have a question for you. Are you in agreement with the conditions as presented?
Absolutely. We have no problem at all with any of the conditions.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion to approve with the town and staff conditions.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve with town and staff conditions. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And it's approved.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, thank you.
And I would commend to you the service of Mr. Dunn here, who has been wonderful in working with us and meeting with us and helping us understand his staff's concern and helping us meet those concerns.
Good. Next is rezone petition 11,169, James Hutchins in the town of Dunn.
This petition was postponed at the July 25th meeting due to no town action. Since that time, the town has taken action. They have recommended denial of the R3A zoning, which would allow a duplex to be placed on this property. It was made explicitly clear at the town board meeting that the property does not have the proper housing density rights available to create a duplex, so they would like to just create a single-family lot. Instead of having the petitioner go through the entire process again, staff is suggesting that the petition be amended to create a single-family lot with the zoning of RH1 Rural Homes District. Staff has talked with the town of Dunn staff to see if it would be acceptable, and the town most likely will accept creating this RH1 single-family house lot. Since it's an amended agenda, it goes back to the town for 40 days. They have a right to either approve it or deny it.
It's amended agenda or we postpone it? Or
You can act on the amended agenda or amended petition.
Gary Palmer?
Yes.
I assume this says 11,699, but I just wanted to, you're here for this petition.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you have a seat? So, please. Could you just tell us who you are? 'Cause you're not James Hutchins.
No, I'm Gary Palmer. I'm trying to buy, I've got money down on a from Jim's farm.
Okay. So that's your relationship, is you're
Yes.
the potential purchaser?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you understand what Roger just said?
Yes.
Okay. And have you talked with the town of Dunn people?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have questions for us or the process or anything, the procedure?
The only question I have, and I don't know if now is the time to bring it up, but the county has a ordinance for a cul-de-sac at the end of there,
That is correct.
and there's no way that there will ever. If the town says that they don't care if there's a cul-de-sac there or not, do we have to have a cul-de-sac in there?
Yes, that's correct. Anytime you're creating a new lot, especially at the end of a dead-end road, you have to have suitable turnaround for that lot or lots.
Okay.
So that's where the requirement's coming from. It's under the design standards of Chapter 75. There's always the option of applying for a variance or a waiver. Those applications are brought before this committee, which makes a decision, but it's solely based on what's your hardship. So, not the, tip you off one way or the other how it's going to go, but it is a requirement of Chapter 75 to have suitable turnaround, a 60-foot bulb dedicated to the public. So, and then the actual traveled way within the cul-de-sac, that requirement is a 40-foot radius as far as the pavement itself. So, the extension of the town road.
Yes.
So,
I mean, that,
Well, you're looking, I'm gonna
Yeah.
call on.
The question I have is, are you pressed for time on this offer to purchase for the lot? Is there a closing date scheduled?
no, sir.
Okay. Then I think we ought to postpone until,
I prefer to wait and see what the town does.
that's where I was.
Oh,
That was, I would have said it
Yeah.
if you hadn't said it first.
Right.
the,
So the motion is to,
Postpone.
yeah, well, I mean,
Postpone.
okay, fine. You've made a
The
motion
town-
to postpone. But go ahead,
The-
right, there's
yeah,
procedure
yeah.
is agenda.
yeah, the town will not act on it, until it comes back to them.
Right, so we don't want to postpone, we want to, you said,
Amend.
amend the agenda. As in,
Well,
take this off tonight?
It is posted from to
A1 exclusive
our
to RH1.
A1 exclusive to RH1 rural homes. It was posted to that.
Our agenda was posted to RH1.
Yeah.
It says
Right,
change
it
from
says-
A1 exclusive to R3A residents to RH1 rural homes. So, actually, it's kind of reducing the zoning rather from a duplex to a single-family house.
And this is what they would prefer.
This is what the town would prefer.
The town would prefer the RH1.
Yes.
Yes.
But they disapproved,
They denied the R3A
Right.
zoning, and they would prefer, when it comes back to them, it be RH1, and then they would approve it. They would,
Most likely approve it.
okay, so what you're saying is our motion should be
to amend
amend
the petition.
the agenda to RH1.
That is correct.
Would you, Supervisor Matano?
I think the way our process usually works is the town does decide something and sends it to us for our approval. So
They did. That's why this is different.
Yes, the town
Town has
denied,
approved it,
No.
RH1.
no, the town
the
denied.
town denied it for a duplex.
Not RH1.
They just want a single-family house there.
So
They say that this is a suitable
I
a
understand.
place for a lot.
One time there,
Pardon?
I think the town should send it to us with their decision.
So the town action to date on rezone petition 11,169 is denied. But what our agenda says is not what the town voted on. The town did not vote on RH1. They didn't, and so
That is correct.
when we say, this body say, if someone were to make a motion to amend the agenda to RH1, that's a procedure that sends it back to the town to vote on RH1.
Does it come back here then?
Yeah, because the town has to take action.
And then it would come back to us.
Well, with a petition, with the town denying it, the The ZLR committee has three options. The first option would be to go along with the town and deny the petition as
Oh, I got you.
R3A.
Okay.
Okay? The other way, the ZLR committee cannot approve it as is. They have to amend it. If they are going to approve it, you have to change it. With that change, as suggested to RH1, it'll go to the county board. They'll act on it on RH1, and because it is an amended agenda, it will go back to the town for confirmation. They could either say, yes, we like that change that the ZLR committee did, and approve it, or they'll say, no, we really don't want a lot there at all, and deny it.
And the town leadership, town board is aware of this?
Yes, they are.
And so if we tonight were to vote amend to RH1 and approve it, so we
Yes.
don't want to do any, I sense, anyway, I'm going to put words in my mouth. We want to, should someone make a motion to amend to RH1, and if it was approved, it will go to the full county board, then it goes back to the town, and your sense is the town will say yes.
Yes, that is
But
correct.
should something happen and they voted no, it would still come back?
No, it would just die.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just trying to salvage this petition,
Yeah.
because if you deny it,
I see
then
where you're at.
they have to start all over, and
I
he'll
see.
be here with a
Okay.
petition in RH1,
I
which the
just
town
don't-
will approve, but he won't be here till December.
I don't see why the town can't vote on an amended petition
They will.
without us approving it first.
They could have changed it, but they did not. They felt that they should just deny it and have it come back to them amended.
That's us doing their work for them.
Uh,
I don't see why
Well-
we should fix the mess that they left us.
yeah,
They denied the original petition,
that's
but they're willing to have us approve RH1.
Yes, what happened at the town, the town planner suggested that one housing density right equates into a duplex. One building, one housing density right. However, the town planning commission did not feel that way. They felt one housing density right, one single family house. And that's how we came to this kind of issue, back and forth.
Todd, do you have something?
Yeah, I would just add to everything Roger said is correct, and I think it's not an uncommon practice for, denial gives the town, and correct me if I'm wrong, Roger, but denial gives the town a little more leverage and control in the situation. Because the fail-safe is that it goes back to the town. You guys can only deny as the town has, and then that is sort of a clincher in a way. Or you may amend it and it goes back to the town. That's the statutory process, is it gives the town one more look at it and they can do yay or nay.
Okay. All right.
So,
Yeah, it basically puts the town in the driver's seat.
yeah.
Questions? Because if you still have questions, others might have it too. You still? No questions? Supervisor Mattel?
No, just vote no.
Pardon?
I will just vote no.
Okay. Any
I'm
questions?
good. I'm good, I understand.
But no one's made a motion.
I'll make a motion to amend the petition and return it to the town.
Approved
It's-
as R1.
As
RH1.
yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Just want to be certain that the motion is to approve as amended to RH1.
Correct.
So, and just, it will go to the county board first, before it goes back to the
That is
town.
correct.
Okay, I just want to be sure everybody knows that. Okay, we have a motion and a second that the petition is amended to RH1. Further discussion?
And approved.
We're voting on approving.
Yeah.
Right. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the rezone as amended to RH1, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed?
No.
Okay, and one opposed. Okay? And you understand it goes now to the full county board? Okay. And then goes back to the town. Moving on to $11,176. Nathaniel Altfeather in the town of Done.
This petition was postponed at the August 22nd meeting to allow time for the town to take action. Since that time, the town has approved this petition with no conditions.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And it is approved. Unless anyone is objecting. Great. Moving on to plats and certified survey maps.
All right, the first two are final plats located in the city or village, and they're before you for a certification of non-objection. The first one is a final plat, Oregon Parks Neighborhood Edition. This one consists of 50 lots, a little over 21 acres. There is a parkway shown on the plat labeled North Alpine Parkway. Major corridors, you have Highway CC a little bit further to the south. Drainage easements are shown on the plat. Outlots 6, 7, 8, 10, and 13 are being dedicated to the village for stormwater management facilities.
I'll make a motion that we do not object.
Second.
We have a motion and a second and non-objection. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 And it's unanimous.
The next one is Heritage Gardens at Erickson Farms, replat number 2, Village of DeForest. This one consists of 100 lots, not quite 103 acres. Outlot 15 is being dedicated to the public for park purposes and an environmental corridor. This is roughly 4¼ acres. Parkways, you have Erickson Parkway shown, which kind of runs east to west. Major highways, you have Highway 51 to the east. Airport is obviously established, just within 5 miles of the airport. Drainage channels, there are drainage arrows shown. Schools are established, and then Outlot 16 is being dedicated to the public for stormwater management and an environmental corridor.
Move no objection.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for non-objection. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
And then last but not least, we have the Cherrywood Ridge final plat located in the town of Middleton, sections 29 and 30. This consists of 23 residential lots with 5 outlots, a little over 32 acres. The current zoning district is A1, therefore there's no change in zoning. Kurt Kodal has looked at the comprehensive plan and has found that there is no conflicts. All outlots are proposed as dedicated to the public either for stormwater management or recreational purposes. All streets should be noted as dedicated to the public. Outlot 2, there should be a note added to the plat prohibiting any type of development. The same goes for Outlot 4, since Outlot 4 does not meet the minimum required lot size requirements. Dead-end streets shall not be permitted without a suitable turnaround. This is in regards to Welcome Drive at the north and south end. Utility easements are to be provided. All public dedications shall be clearly noted on the plat. And then we get into erosion control and stormwater. I'm just adding the note that all approvals must be attained from Dane County Land and Water Resources Office prior to any land disturbing activities. A stormwater permit is required and new development standards must be met. Did receive one comment from the Public Health Department. John Hausbeck indicated that the existing system on proposed lot 23 and 22 are to be satisfied. So there's an existing system out there, and John Hausbeck wants that to either be abandoned or relocated. So there's an existing house and septic field, and then I believe the actual septic vents are located on this proposed lot 22. So what John is stating is that they need to be moved, so it's all on one lot, or abandon the entire system.
Does that need to be a condition of the
It is.
conditional approval?
Yep, it is. Yep.
Okay.
The Dane County approval certificate shall be added and properly reference the chair of the Zoning and Land Regulation Committee as Mary Kolar, and the required approval certificates are to be satisfied, which in this case is just the town and the county. And then I'd like to see the town of Middleton approval certificate add language accepting the public highway dedication. That's it.
Any questions?
Nope.
Any motions?
Move without objection and.
Well, this is
Conditional approval.
motion to approve subject to the following conditions.
I'll move conditional approval.
I'll
subject
second that.
To the condition.
We have a motion and a second for conditional approval with the conditions. Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And it's approved with conditional approval. Okay, next, Christie, you want to come on up? Register of deeds. This happens about every 5 years?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to give us some background quick.
Sure. Currently, our software vendor is Fiddler Technologies. They're in Iowa. And every 5 years, I work with them to secure another 5-year contract because it saves the county money if I can talk them into 5-year contracts instead of 3 or 4. So anyways, ours is up this December, and so we need to do a new contract starting January of 18. If you look at the price increase, actually, over the last 4 years, it went up about 4%. In the past, we've done 2 different contracts with Fiddler, one for land records and then one for vital records. But this last year, we converted all of our vitals into land records. So now we have one system that's one bill instead of 2 separate bills or 2 separate contracts. So I just like to keep Fiddler. I know we share our records with Todd's office now through Fiddler as well as the city of Madison, so there's no other vendor that will do that.
Questions for the Register of Deeds?
Yes.
Supervisor Bullock.
So there's no competition for this technology?
Well, there's competition except for what we've done with Dane County, and we're the only ones in the state of Wisconsin. We actually, what was that, about 4 years ago, had Fiddler design a program for property records and the city of Madison where we stream all of the documents to them so that they can change the tax bills through what we input in the Register of Deeds office for ownership changes. There's no other vendor that has a product like that.
Oh, okay. So it's not like we can go searching for a lower bid?
No.
Okay. Is this part of the, was this a line item in the 17 budget then last year, or is this something that's going to change the budget?
No, this has always been in the budget.
Okay.
It's just there's a little bit of increase because it's going up about from 528,000 to, well, that's total, but per year it went from 107,000 to 112,000. So there's just a $5,000 or $6,000 increase per year.
Okay. Did you budget
And we're
enough for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So your line item is okay.
Yes.
Okay. And when you said 4% increase, was that 4% over the 5 years or 4% a year?
Well, no, that's over the whole 5 years. They
Okay.
increased it 4%,
Mm-hmm.
and then it stays the same for all 5 years.
Okay.
There's no increase in those 5 years. So every year for 5 years, we'll pay the same amount of money.
Great. It'll be easy for budgeting then.
Yes.
I assume then from your overview that you're happy with the product.
We're very happy, and actually it's a state of the art. Nobody even comes close to Fiddler
Okay.
Technologies. If you ever come into our office, we can insert names by just dragging the name down into the spot. We don't even have to type it anymore.
Very good. Very
So yeah, everything's a state of the art with them.
good. Okay. And then Todd, you use it too?
This opportunity to share the records with the Register of Deeds has saved our staff a lot of time where we used to manually print things out and then from the Register of Deeds and bring them to our office for our listing and mapping function has enabled us.
So you're very happy with this company and the product also?
Yes,
Okay.
we support Christie's efforts and.
Right. Those are my questions.
Motion.
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It's approved. Great.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming tonight. Okay, seeing no other business,
Move adjourned.
and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Just need a
I
couple
just want
signatures.
you to see this.